at that point.
When everybody is so split off into these little cliques, it's never strong.
No.
And the government can control everybody's little cliques very easily.
Yeah.
And the way you do that is you say something
that gets these people mad,
and one of these other cliques that gets them mad at each other. Yeah.
Well, and that's how they can do all this stupid stuff behind the scenes in the government and in all those areas, because no one's paying attention because they're too mad being mad at each other for stupid stuff like the garage door thing is a great example of that. Obviously, anytime that there's someone in a position of power, people are going to, have a bad circumstance. But I mean, there was also around the same time of one of the major shootings that happened with a police shooting, there's a black cop that shot a white guy in like Boston or something somewhere, and there was nothing about it.
Yeah.
And it's like, why is this not why is it we only get angry when it's this? It's like, oh, because it only benefits them to make everybody mad at each other.
Yeah, and it's like Ben Carson used to try to shed light on like black on black crime and
right.
And like the percentages, and I don't want to go off on a tangent about trying to pull out stats on that, but I'm pretty sure that like it's way further.
Yeah.
There's more black on black crime than ever even close on white on black crime.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, I don't know, man. It's all about a narrative. It's all about money, and it's all about trying to create division. And the thing that's crazy to me is the media gets right in line and does exactly what the government wants them to do when it comes to creating these narratives and these problems.
Yeah, and they get everybody going, and that's where it's like, and that's where some of the stuff where I separate myself from it, and it's like, is this going to be better if I stay away from it? Am I going to be better if I stay away from it? Is this going to help anybody? And it's like, if we can't find common ground with one another, no matter backgrounds, because that's where like, I really don't care if someone's Democrat or Republican. I don't care if they vote for this guy or that guy. And I don't I want to have conversations with people, and I want people to know that hey, your opinion's your opinion. Whether I agree with it or not, it really doesn't matter.
Yeah.
And I don't know why we're also, and by we're all, I mean just society in general, why we're also against people having a different opinion. Because it's like, at the end of the day, your opinion's your opinion, my opinion's my opinion. Who really cares? Like, if me and you sat at the table long enough, and we've already found NFL, but we could probably find something else we disagreed on. It'd be like, oh, well, in a lot of circles and a lot of people at a lot of tables, oh, we found something to disagree on. Well, I hate you.
Yeah.
And we're done with this.
Yeah, I just had a conversation kind of similar to this with my brother.
Yeah.
He's left now. Never used to be. But he's found this passion in carbon and CO2 and pulling carbon out of the air and injecting it in rocks in the earth. He's deep in this climate stuff.
Wow.
And I mean, this guy was ready to go to blows because I'm just like, I don't care. And if I don't,
catalytic converters out,
yeah, man. If I don't care, I am the bad guy.
Right.
I am I could almost see, like, if you don't care, you want people to die.
Yeah.
That's the way he felt.
Yeah.
It's like our kids have to live on this planet. And so my question to him is like, we may think that injecting this carbon into rocks deep in the Earth's crust is okay. Now, what if that causes a problem?
Right.
What if that starts causing some kind of expansion?
What about manipulating the climate?
Yeah. And it's like that's the thing about science, right? And this is my thing with science. I think science is great. Whatever. Do science, do your thing. But scientists are always 100% correct until they're wrong.
Right.
And
you
that's
know how
the way,
often they're wrong?
Exactly. That's the way science always works. It's like, oh, no, we know for sure. We pulled this and we did this and we got all this information and we're 100% sure this is the way it's going to be. And then 10 years down the road, oh, well, we were wrong. We're smarter now.
When we were in middle school, didn't Al Gore say like we'd all be dead by now? Like, weren't we all supposed to die from like floods and stuff? Like, there was supposed to be total climate change and the movie. The Day After Tomorrow.
Yeah.
And the waters have melted and it's past this point and everything freezes and it's all giant
it's a cool
reset.
movie.
It's a cool movie. But you know how realistic that movie is?
Man, how are they getting people like that's kind of the thing that woke me up to it because my brother was so much different and he did like a 180.
Yeah.
And so before him, I was thinking there's no people aren't dumb enough to do that or people aren't dumb enough to do this. And then it's like, my brother wasn't particularly dumb.
Yeah.
So what the hell happened? And like, and not even that, like you have your beliefs, but how can you be so deep rooted in something that's just blasted on the TV? And he's researched online and all this stuff. How can you be so rooted in that everybody that doesn't believe in it is the enemy?
Yeah.
What have they done? What have you done to yourself to where you're enemies with anybody that doesn't think the way that you think?
And that is the real problem that we have right now, is that we follow these things and then we get down to the line of like, oh, well, obviously you don't care about people, because that's the points that the sides try to make. Well, you do this, you don't care about safety. You do this, you don't care about that. And it's like, I try to avoid those kind of punchlines because it's like, it's just ridiculous. And like my job, like I literally have to ask questions about how something is so we can remake it. One, so we got to get the steps right, but then also how can we do this better? And if everyone had the standpoint of I'm going to ask questions until I know what's right, we'd be in such a better place.
Yeah.
Because like,
yeah, people put blinders on for their narrative.